I'm here in the sub-freezing temperatures of Kazakhstan, and yeah, it is freezing cold here. And Chelsea has just won 3-1. Yes,
Daniel, I had no idea you went to the match.
I know it was the craziest thing ever. I got there and got back already to my house.
You
It's
took all
amazing.
your Funko Pops with you too. That's
Yes, I
really
did.
impressive.
Hello and welcome to the cold edition of the Red, the White, and the Blues podcast. I'm Daniel, and I'm about to take this shit off because I'm burning the frick up. Yeah. So anyway, Jason, how you doing, man?
I'm really good. I just realized that my mic isn't working, so it's AirPods for me today.
Oh,
Um,
sorry, I started
but
the podcast really quick.
I know Daniel was off camera before we start, and we usually have a little pregame or pre-podcast banter, and then he came in straight from the stadium.
Straight from the stadium.
It just hit the start button.
My
I wasn't
goodness.
I wasn't prepared. I'm so glad that you got to go to that match.
I know.
I am impressed with every single person. Like every
Yes.
single person, both teams, any Chelsea fans for sure, but both sets of fans that actually went to that match. That
For
looked
real.
cold. That looked crazy
Like,
cold.
shout out to all the fans, but especially Chelsea fans who made that trip, number one. And then number
Yeah.
two, setting subhuman freaking temperatures that nobody should ever have to endure in their life. And watched our team win 3-1. But hey,
Yeah.
shout out to
It's
those
amazing.
fans.
Yeah.
It is. It really is amazing.
Well, I didn't get to watch much of the game, so I was going to take a risk and change to my microphone mid thing. But anyway, I won't do it. I didn't get to watch much of the game, so Daniel, you have to. I mean, since you were there, tell us what it was like. Tell us the atmosphere. What was it like seeing a really young Chelsea squad? It was almost a brand new Chelsea squad that got named for this.
Yeah, it was 10 new players. I think 10 changes. Neto was the only
Crazy.
one from and this time it wasn't even like our B team, it was like our C team.
I mean,
So
seriously.
yeah, so there's that. I did see somebody on X suggest that maybe next time we just send the fans to play in the match. Just I'm like,
what a great contest
yeah.
for the club to like a sweepstakes. Like
Since we don't have a front of the shirt sponsor, we need to generate revenue somehow. $100 a lottery ticket gets your name in the bucket, and we choose 22 fans just to randomly send to the next conference league match.
No, man, I think you make it a competitive style reality TV show.
Okay.
Yeah. So you drum it up for like weeks and weeks.
We can post it on the Chelsea YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Revenue from that.
We'll do watch along. Yeah. And you get somebody, I don't know, just throwing out a name, Ryan Reynolds or something, to come host it. Since he has experience in soccer documentaries.
Yeah. I mean, hey, there goes my dog barking
Your dog,
as per usual.
Wow, you took your dog to Astana? That is amazing.
I did. I took my dog to
That's
Astana.
incredible.
She's being an asshole right now because somebody's probably delivering a Christmas package to my front door.
She's cold, man.
Yeah. I don't know. She's big and fluffy, so she doesn't get cold.
I'll stop with the bit now. I admire the dedication to dressing up.
Anyway, yeah, but it was one of those things that it wasn't like much of a match. It was pretty boring, like from just a purely exciting standpoint, like we're used to seeing Chelsea play this year. It was more like we just played calm, cool, collective, under control, which is what we needed. I mean, we didn't really do a lot of that in the second half. The first half was great. First goal was gooey, just an individual form of brilliance. Just dribbled it right down the right side and just right past his man and slotted it home. Second goal, controversial off a cross from Neto into Gooey. And there was some controversy over who was going to get credit for the goal. Was it going to be Gooey or the Estonian player's ass? Because it appeared to come off the Estonian player's ass. But UEFA decided to give the goal to Gooey. So there's that.
Good.
Yeah. Third goal was Vega off a corner from Dudu Dewsbury. But I mean, the first half was just literally us just kicking the ball around the back and, we'll go attack now. And we were just in control of the match. That's what it was about. So,
yeah, I got to see probably the last 15 minutes, and it just it seemed really chill. It didn't seem like anything was going on. So
nothing.
Yeah. But we did look in control.
We did look in control. They got their goal at the end of the first half. Vegas sort of switched off for a second. It was a heck of a goal, though. I mean, credit to the Estonia guy. It was a hell of a goal. So, which with that goal, that made Jason's prediction correct for the week. So as soon as I tied him, he sweeps back in front of me now in the predictions game.
Hey, look, we didn't really talk about this on the last pod. We're going to go back to Tottenham for a second. Daniel, like inside, like when Tottenham went 1 up, Daniel said they're going to go 2 up and then we're going to come back. And then at the end of the match, Daniel said, "There's going to be 7 minutes of stoppage time. We're going to have to make it through 7 more minutes of this." And I think Daniel deserves more points for that Tottenham prediction. But yeah, I was so angry that you just predicted everything correctly. But you have a handle on our A team, and I have a handle on our C team. Apparently,
yeah.
I know what they're gonna do. So I hope
you got that C team locked
even more in the Conference League.
Yeah.
So we're undefeated in the Conference League right now, as
Correct.
the boys travel 2,500 kilometers back home.
Yep. We've secured our spot in the round of 16. We will not play again until March. Well, we got one more match. We got Shamrock next week, and then we won't play again until March.
Is that at home?
Would think so, but I'm not sure.
I don't know much about our schedule.
Yes, it's at home.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Okay, so we have one more Conference League match. How important is it? Should we put out the C team again, or how important is it for you that we stay undefeated in Conference League play?
I could care less. Put the C team out there. Let them. I mean, look, they did good today. I mean, they looked great. Yeah. I mean, they were shaky in the second half a little bit more. The first half was great football for them. Second half, they were a little shakier. Chuck sadly didn't have a great game today. I think he was trying to overcompensate because for whatever reason, Maresca doesn't play.
Well, because he was one of the most senior players in this lineup.
That is true. That is true.
He was trying to prove himself.
Yeah, so he didn't have a great match, but I mean, it was still good to see all of them. I think, with us not having to travel next time, though, I think you'll probably see a lot more of the first team team in there probably. But I mean, that's the thing with these matches when you're traveling all these freaking miles round trip and you've got a match on Sunday. Give the youngsters experience. Let them get in there and play. And I was glad to see Maresca do that today because it gave our first teamers a rest because Neto's he's not playing Sunday because he's suspended. Perfect. So, and Cuckoo didn't travel. Awesome. And so, So, I mean, literally, Vega will probably be on the bench on Sunday. Jurgensen, of course, will be on the bench. DCC will be on the bench. Tosin will probably be on the bench, but that's it. The rest of them, we might be on the bench, I guess, but the rest of them probably won't be on the bench, and so it's fine. Like, it's all good. It's all good in Chelsea land right now.
I mean, it is really good in Chelsea land. So I love what we've been able to do. We've talked about how important the Conference League has been to the season. I think that being able to literally rely on some of the youngest players that we can call up and send them halfway around the world to play in a European competition is pretty cool. And then also to use the Conference League as just this amazing rotational, like we sub out 7 to almost 11 players every single time we go play Conference League. And I mean, Palmer hasn't even been named to the roster for this first set of things. I think there's a couple other players I can't remember who, but like just being able to rotate out in that way, the Conference League, you and I have been excited about the Conference League because we want to win all 3 European competitions.
European treble, baby.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is easy to poo-poo it, I guess, or do it. But in what it has meant for the season, it has been a crazy important competition, and
it has been.
I'll be proud to win it, and then be proud if it helps us. Be even more proud if it helps us get in the Champions League next season. I think that's the ultimate goal. So I've been impressed. I'm happy with the win. Things are looking really up. I hope that we keep all of this momentum. Is that 6 games won in all competitions
in a row
now? Yeah. I mean, that's incredible at the moment. Where the team is in incredible form. I would say against Tottenham, we put in one of the best performances in terms of what I thought the team was capable of, even though we still make boneheaded mistakes. But it felt like a complete performance outside of the consolation goal at the end. So it's nice that we have this much depth. Saw some stuff for your boy because what league is he in? It's almost like Serie A. Estavo.
Estaval?
Estaval. And how he was getting texts from senior members saying that they can't wait for him to be here, and he's up for several awards. And so, it's the youth of Chelsea is fully secured, considering a lot of them are still in the first team. And I'm excited. Yeah, it's good. It's a good win.
I am too. It's a very good win. And like I said, I think the Conference League has been a blessing in disguise, because I think that's like, it's one of those things, like, outside of, I think, you and me, nobody was really excited about this competition, but it's been a great thing for us to display, for our youth to get minutes in a competition. And it's been great for our squad players, because if you're not in the Conference League, then you have, arguably a really bloated squad at that point. But whenever you have this competition, you're able to rotate players a lot more and keep players happy. And it's worked. So, I'm here for it. There's not, like I said, there's not a lot to talk about with this match. It's just, it was not the temperature was the craziest thing about this match.
Who scored? Did Gooey get 2?
Yeah, Gooey got 2. Vega got 1.
Okay, so more senior-y members got it. Were there any standouts from the youth that caught your eye since you were at the game? In person?
Tyreek George again just continues to impress. I don't know. They really did. Archipong, the center back.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Love the kid. He easily should have had an assist early in the match. Played a great ball through to Neto, and Neto was in on goal and just hit it straight toward the keeper instead of trying to bend it to the far post, which I thought Neto could have done better. I've seen him do better. But Archman, he was by far I think the best youth player on the pitch. We've seen Tyreek play this year. He's played in a couple other Conference League matches this year. So we've seen him. We know what he offers. But I would hope that by the end of the year, maybe he's breaking into the first team Archman. Because I think he's better than DCC already. Like DCC's trash. So and he is, like, at this point in time, like, if Badiashile has another stinker, I'm all for just sticking him in there, because then Colwell can slot in at left center back if he can go to right center back, and your center backs are where they're supposed to be. So I don't know. Yeah, that was sort of my 2 standouts. But I don't know. It's just another match under the belt. So Conference League. So one more. We got Shamrock next Thursday. It'll actually be at a normal afternoon time this time, and not at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I completely forgot about all this, and then I had a meeting get rescheduled from yesterday to today. So that's why I didn't get to watch. That's why I didn't get to travel to the game.
Yeah, I know. You just left me hanging on the airplane, bro.
I'm a bad fan. I'm a bad friend. I chose work over everything.
I know. Chose to make that paper over going to see Chelsea play in sub-zero temperatures. Jeez, can't imagine why.
Crazy. I mean, I can't imagine playing in that. Like, kudos to everybody again. Way to go get the win. That sucks. Like, genuinely, to travel that far to play in that weather, to then have to travel back, that sucks. I hope they have some cocoa on the plane.
Yeah.
And hope they're warm now and enjoying the win.
I mean, I've sat in 30-degree weather and watched a football game before, and it was not fun. I mean, the only thing that saves you is that you're packed in there with people.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of wind breaking. There's a little bit of body heat going around and stuff like that. So it's not. It's a little bit better than just be standing out there in the elements, but it's not fun. But yeah. So I guess we just move on to Brentford on the weekend.
Little preview.
A little preview for Brentford. This match is going to be interesting because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Brentford good at home. Brentford shit on the road, and they're coming to the bridge.
Yeah.
So
my prediction for this is I don't even know what to think about.
I don't either. I mean, at some point we're gonna lose again. I mean, it's just inevitably going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And Brentford's mid-table right now, I believe. Where they've scored the most. They're tied. They're ninth. They've scored the second most goals in the Premier League this season, but they've also given up. They're probably bottom 4 in goals given up. So they've given up 28 goals this season, which is quite a bit.
I think we can get at them.
Yeah, I agree. It
depends on. Yeah, is it going to be a super open game like the Tottenham game, or is it going to be a bit more of a slog? I mean, we're going to come at them. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure.
What are they going to do in response, especially since they have a bad away record right now?
Yeah, they have a bad away record. They can't defend, but they can score.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? And so that leads me to believe it's going to be more open. I mean, hopefully. But I mean, look, we haven't beaten Brentford in 5 matches in a row now.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. We haven't beaten them 5 matches. So
I look forward to breaking that.
I did too. I look forward to breaking that too. And we've got to break that at some point too. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be.
They scored 4 on Newcastle. They lost to Villa 3-1. They scored 4 on Leicester. They drew Everton 3-2 to Bournemouth. Lost to Fulham 2-1. Lost to Man United.
Yep.
You know you're doing bad when you lose to Man United.
All on the road, but they're all on the road that they're losing.
Yeah.
And draw.
You're right.
So that's the crazy thing. They are terrible on the road.
Yeah, they do not score a lot on the road at all.
So, I mean, maybe that's just to their system. I don't know. I haven't watched Brentford play a single minute this season. So I don't know if they're sitting in a low block on the road, and then that's why they're not scoring as much because they're not playing as open.
Yeah.
I don't
give
know.
A lot of respect to the other team and their stadium, their home stadium. Yeah, man.
I mean, when you draw 0-0 with Everton, that says a lot about your road form.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Okay.
I mean, are you ready? I don't know what I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just going to say some random score.
I keep predicting the same score. I got to take a risk here. I mean, anyway, we'll say it in prediction.
You ready?
I'm going to swing. Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. 3-1 Chelsea. Okay.
Chelsea. Okay. I almost went 3-1, and that's why I went higher.
Yeah. I know. You said you were thinking about the same score. Or you keep predicting the same score. I was like, well, I'm fixing to predict 3-1 on this one. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm swinging here. So
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think a lot of this determines what kind of match. If it's an open match, I mean, they'll probably get more than one goal on us.
Yeah.
If they sort of sit back and don't, then we might be lucky to get 2 goals on them.
Yeah, I almost really swung too and went 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could easily see that. Like, that's the thing.
Most of our predictions, though, are usually 1 goal off somewhere. Like, because it goes either way. So it's like we usually get pretty close. It's just something happens, and we're it could go either way, and sometimes it just, or most of the time, it does break that way. So I mean, like today, the score was 3-1 in the first half.
Yeah.
like that's ridiculous. So and then nothing happened. And then Daniel was texting me. He said, I think you paid these players not to score.
I'm convinced you at least played Doo Dewsbury, because the dude dribbled into the box, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and all he had to do was shoot, and he scored. And he just, I'm not going to shoot. I'm just going to take the ball out and win a corner. Like, what are you doing? Like, all you had to do was shoot, and it goes in the goal.
Yeah. The prediction game is intense this season. We are doing well.
It is.
All of our predictions that we got right last season were in like the first 12 games. And then
they were.
From then on, it was
just because we had no confidence in the team. We were like, we don't know what Chelsea team's showing up today. And then it was, how many goals is Cole Palmer going to score in this match? Because that's how many goals Chelsea's going to get.
It is a lot more fun when you can predict that we will score something.
Yeah, exactly. It is a lot more fun.
I think definitely. 2 of my predictions last season were on 1-1 draws that I got right.
Because one of them was a Liverpool match, I think.
Yeah.
When we drew them.
It's wild.
It is, man. It is. Well, I think that about wraps it up from Kazakhstan and the subhuman temperatures out here. And I guess... Jason, when we're not in Kazakhstan, why don't you tell these people where they can find us?
Yo, we are on Twitter. We are a verified account on Twitter now.
Yeah, we are. We paid for that.
You can believe in us. You can believe everything you see that we post on Twitter.
That's right.
And we're on Instagram, and we are on Threads by proxy through Instagram.
Exactly.
And we're also on Substack. Daniel, I love his 100-word match reviews. Me and him are going to start a movie podcast one day where he just reviews movies like that too, because they're brilliant. And I asked him to watch Madam Web just to review it for me. So maybe one day, as like a bonus to our followers, when we get there, we'll share these things with you. We'll share our text messages there.
Yeah.
We'll let you see the inner workings of our minds during the game when we're not live streaming. But anyway, until then, you can find us at all the things I just mentioned at Red White Blues FC.
Yep, that's right. We are there. We're also on Spotify and Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at. And we're also on YouTube. If you want to see my outfit that I wore today to the match, and it's
worth it.
It will be on YouTube. So we're there. So like, subscribe, follow, whatever, yada yada yada. It's supposed to say at this point in time. But we will catch you guys, I guess, on Monday night as per usual. With this podcast, it's our night to do podcast. So until then, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
Stay warm out there. Go get you some nice warm hot cocoa with Kahlua. No, not a sponsor. Flippity floppity.